The narcissist plays a zero-sum game. Think about that for a minute. So you're learning about narcissism. You're also learning that they play to win at all costs. Now, the thumbnail mentions the narcissist plays a zero-sum game. The key words there are narcissist, plays, zero-sum, and game. What does that mean? It means the narcissist was toying with you. They were manipulating you. They tricked you, they trapped you, they brainwashed you, they lived in your mind rent-free, and they thought that they could control you till the end of time. Well, the truth of the matter is, you are different than everybody else. You have either broken the trauma bond, you're about to, or you're getting ready to do so. You see, the narcissist knew what they were doing with you. They had done it before, they did it with you, and they're doing it right now if they're still gallivanting the globe trying to find other supply sources. But what the narcissist did is they tried their best to lure you into a web that you didn't even know existed. And that is the trauma bond, it is the devaluation stage, and of course it is the narcissistic fog. All three of those places are unique to themselves, yet interchangeable, and they equal one word: narcissism. You see, the narcissist cannot regulate themselves. They can't do anything for themselves. They want people doing things for them. The narcissist is a petulant child. They are stunted, they're trapped. They had never fully developed. They're riddled with anxiety, and they're riddled with the fears of abandonment. They're riddled with the fears of someone figuring out who they are. And they're riddled with the fears of somebody finally cracking the code while in a relationship and kicking the narcissist to the curb. Now, you probably didn't do that, the last part I said. Most likely you were discarded. Most likely you watched all of the demise that the narcissist was instilling upon your life happen up close. Again, you weren't taught narcissism in school, so how could you know what gaslighting was? How could you know what the narcissistic fog was? How could you know what triangulation was? How could you know that all the money you invested or put into said person or said relationship, it was going right out the window? You knew none of that. What you thought you were doing is you thought you were building a foundation to grow old with said person. Or maybe it was your child who turned out to be the narcissist. Of course, they're an adult now, over 21, let's say, and maybe you did your best to help them out. Maybe you put them through school or gave them their first job or helped them relocate. Whatever you did, well, as soon as the narcissist got whatever they wanted, what did they do? They showed you who they were. You need to remember something. None of the person's behaviors that you're considering are your fault. I will say that one more time. The person you're considering, none of the behaviors are your fault. You see, the person you're considering, they need supply. They need someone to do things for them. And what they figured out when they were younger was if they could bat their eyelashes, show the rosy cheeks, or hold their breath and count to 100, which I don't think any human being could do that. Technically these days probably somebody could, but essentially act like a spoiled child, that they would get what they wanted. And what did they want? Well, you never knew what it would be. Remember this, when you were with the narcissist, you were expected to think about what they wanted you to think about before you even knew what it was, which means this: the narcissist wanted you to read their mind. You could never read their mind, but flip it. Could the narcissist read your mind? You're damn straight they could. They read your mind from the minute you met them until you figured out what narcissism was. Isn't that interesting? Yes, it is very interesting. Once you crack the code and you go no contact and you block said person, you delete them, remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them, you will realize that your energy will return, your clarity will return, and you will see that that relationship wasn't as bad as you thought it was 1,000 times worse. But what you will also understand is there was no amount of money you could have contributed to the narcissist or to whatever cause they wanted you to contribute to. There was no amount of attention or time. There is no amount of fame or infamy that the narcissist can be satiated with. The narcissist is always, and I do mean always, looking, scouring, slithering their way through this planet called Earth, looking for supply. And right when they get whatever supply source that they are targeting, they don't want it. They take it for granted and they look elsewhere. That's why these people, these dark energy sources, the narcissists, they collect things. They're hoarders of things. They are hoarders of people, of relationships, of items, of money, of time, of broken dreams, aspirations, goals, of empty promises, of future faking. The narcissist is one big grifter. The narcissist is a con artist. The narcissist is a snake oil salesperson. The narcissist will change their mask to accommodate any new source of supply or former source of supply that they need to. because the narcissist knows that at any one moment, any of the relationships that they begin to groom or cultivate or train or trap or trick, they could all blow up like that. That's why the narcissist is loyal to nobody. That's why they don't care about anybody other than themselves. And that's why these people are ticking time bombs. They're sinking ships. They're bulls in china shops. And they destroy anything that gets too close to them. Understand one thing. The narcissist plays a zero-sum game. What the zero-sum game means is this. Once a person encounters the narcissist and entertains or actually cultivates a relationship with them, the narcissist will do whatever they need to do to take away whatever said target has that the narcissist doesn't have. Many times it is time, many times it is money, many times it is a roof over your head, many times it's a fancy car or a watch, many times it is a trip or a vacation. Many times it's a promotion. If you work with the narcissistic workplace bully, the /narcissistic boss, you're understanding that not everything is how it appears to be on this planet called Earth. And that everybody, and I mean everybody, reveals themselves in time. Do you see how I slowed my words down there? Yeah, that's because you need to understand that and digest it. I'm going to say it one more time. Everybody reveals themselves in time. I've revealed myself. You have. The narcissist certainly has reared their ugly head more than once to get you to understand who they are. And that's why you need to remember and recognize that the narcissist plays games and they're zero sum. The narcissist doesn't want to lose. As a matter of fact, they believe that they win at anything they do. And if they don't win, they'll still paint it as if they did win, or they didn't try hard enough, or they didn't put enough energy into it, or it was rigged, or somebody had it in for them, etc. You see, any way you look at it, communication with the narcissist is a dead end. It leads nowhere but to a place called Destructionsville. Each and every narcissistic relationship ends up in Destructionsville. Each and every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. Every narcissistic relationship is doomed from its inception. Every narcissistic relationship involves toxicity. It involves abuse. It involves manipulation, misdirection, misrepresentation, misinterpretation, if I didn't say that. And it also involves one person doing the best they can to destroy another person's life when they claimed that they actually cared about said person. Now, I am unpacking a lot of wisdom in this video for you. I've got about 4.5, 5 minutes, then I will close the video. I'll close it at about the 12, 13-minute mark. And I could talk upwards of a couple hours easily, longer in the future. But what I'm sharing with you, because I want to hammer this point home for this video, is the narcissist plays games. The games they play do damage. The damage that is done leaves one person, which was me, and I can assure you it was you, reeling, isolated, wondering, bewildered, trapped, stuck, and not knowing what happened, without closure, which is a whole different conversation. That's why this is the relationship you need to heal from. That's why you need to get as far away from said person as fast as you possibly can. Now, side note, pro tip. If you can't do it right now, I do understand. That means you're going to have to get ready to create, develop, and execute your exit plan when you are ready. Each and every one of us who made it this far in the video, and I'm creating it, so I count as well, we were trapped in a narcissistic abusive cycle, or we know someone who is trapped or was trapped. Any way you cut it, we all are on the same journey. We are all headed towards the mountaintop of indifference, the pinnacle of indifference. Now, I'm standing there right now. Actually, literally, I'm sitting, but I'm at the mountaintop of indifference. And you too will arrive there when you understand that the narcissist games they play, they are zero-sum, that they do damage to people, that there are so many voices that you will never hear from because those people aren't living right now. I hope you can read between the lines. I was almost one of those people. January 6, 2021, I almost ended it, but I didn't. And I'm here. And because I'm here, you are getting wisdom. Because I'm here, you're getting your cup full. Because I'm here, you're understanding that the narcissist is nobody to be toying with. They are nobody to be entertaining any avenue of communication with. And they are nobody but shapeshifters, but dark energy, and but grifters. What they want to do is cast that web out there into the stratosphere, into the atmosphere, into this place called Earth, and see what they can capture. The key word there is capture. The narcissist was never committed to you. They weren't loyal to you. They didn't and don't and never will care about you. They don't care about one thing other than what you did for them. I'll go back to the toaster analogy or the toaster example. What is a toaster? Well, it's what you plug in the wall and you heat up a couple pieces of bread or bagels or whatever it is. By the way, sourdough bread is the way to go. Having said all those things, that's what you were used as an appliance. that would do something for the narcissist. And when they didn't want to use you, they would unplug you and not place you in a closet of toxicity. They would throw you in there with all the other broken toasters and everything else. Now, are you broken? No. Were you broken? Yes. Was I broken? You're damn straight I was. I was broken in a million pieces, but I put myself back together. And that's what you are doing if you haven't done it already. That's why you need to remember the healing path is not linear. It will take time. It will take a lot of time. But in your time, you will heal when you utilize the tools that are provided for you with each and every video I create, and from all the amazing, insightful, intuitive, and absolutely sensational comments from all over the world. Thank you all. Big virtual hug, big virtual heart for all of you who are continuing to grow the community, who are continuing to help people out that don't even know that they need help, and who are healing themselves. You see, it started with one mission. It started with one purpose. It started with one event, which was your discard or the ending of the relationship, however you cut it, or when you figured out what narcissism was. Any way you look at it, you are a different person than you were 11 minutes and 11 seconds ago. For you numerologists, yeah, I made you look again, and you should know what all the ones mean. Yes, you do. Having said all those things, before I get ready to close the video, the narcissist plays games. They play games that are rigged. They play games that they believe that they will win, and they don't ever want anybody to do better than they do, which is why this is important, and then I will close the video. The narcissist was in competition with you from the minute they met you until the minute you broke, until the minute that they discarded you, or until the minute you figured out what narcissism was. I'll say that part again. The narcissist was in competition with you from the minute you met them until you healed. That's the best way to say it. And what the narcissist did is they had an insurmountable advantage over you because they knew who they were, they knew who you were, you didn't know who you were, and you definitely didn't know who they were. So if you slice that up 4 different ways, it was advantage narcissist, 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 narcissist. You had no advantage. Once you crack the code and find that needle in a haystack and you put 2 and 2 together, it is checkmate. You win. The narcissist loses, and they will lose for the rest of their life because you are the one that got away. You're the one that's not playing the games. You're the one that wants nothing to do with toxicity, and you realize that you are stronger than you know because you were tested unbeknownst to yourself. You were in a cesspool, a whirlpool, a washing machine of toxicity, abuse, manipulation, and a place you didn't belong. The narcissist placed you there, and they knew that you would be floundering, flailing, trying to figure out how to get out of that place. You did. I did too. Once you're out, you stay out. Once you're out, you go no contact. Once you're out, you maintain your boundaries. Once you are out, you need to understand that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third, and there's no room in your life today, tonight, or tomorrow for toxicity. That's why you are stronger than virtually anybody you've ever met. Now you may say, well, whoa, that's a little bold. Why would you say that? I'll tell you exactly why I said that, then I'm gonna close the video. Because you were trapped in the cycle. You didn't even know the cycle existed. You punched the narcissist, not literally, but metaphorically, in the nose. You knocked them down for the count, despite the fact that they had an insurmountable advantage over you, or a massive advantage. They blew it all, like they always do. They always overplay their hand. They always overthink everything, and they believe that they finished you off when they discarded you. But you rose through the ashes like a phoenix and dusted yourself off, put yourself back together, and the rest is history. That's why you need to leave the narcissist in the rear view mirror, and you need to continue to move as far away from said person as fast as you can. The narcissist doesn't change. They can't change. The only thing that they swap in and out of is the mask they wear and the target that they're looking for. This is why you need to understand you're an amazing human being. You're beautiful, you're blessed, you're abundant, you're stronger than you know. And once you're out, you have to stay out. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Love you all, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. And the sun stopped and then popped back in, so I'm squinting a little bit. I will just share this. I'm going to close the video. Remember, the narcissist was playing a game, a zero-sum game. You were a non-willing participant in said game. You're not participating any longer. Close the chapter of the person. If not now, when? I love y'all. Bye.